it was a chance you took, you know. I mean, if you got into the wrong German bunch, well, so most of us seen that the end was near. So you just about had to go along with it, you know, until you could get it over with.
Did they ever tell you where they were marching you to?
No.
No.
No, I don't think they knew, because we'd march one way, and then you'd see a big bunch of artillery flashes during the night, and then we'd take off and go another way. And sometime we backtracked, and I think they were just keeping away from the Russians, you know, and headed towards the Americans the best way they could, I think. But when we got up to Brownell, that's when they put us in the woods and said no more marching, go in and don't come out. But you come out of that woods in Brownell then, and it was down real steep to the Ems River. And that's where we had to get our water. And there was only 2 or 3 guards, you know, and the guard would take 2 men at a time. All they had was a little can, and it went a long time before he got some water. And it wasn't too clean then by the time everybody waded in it and everything else.
Do you remember anyone dying out of your group on the march?
No, I don't remember that. I know there was one man they left with a farmhouse and told him to get a doctor for him, but I can't remember his name. But Gerlach told us that he left him with that man and lady, and he says they're nice, and they were going to get a doctor for him. It seemed like it was no accountability, but once we got on the march, you know, that they didn't have roll call, they didn't have nothing. There was no accountability, except when they want to give out food, then we had to go by and get our own food, and made a lengthy deal out of it, you know, it'd take a long time to get there. But they'd bring so much to each group, and then if you were in that group, you got to go by and get your own food. And then you go by, you get your food, and then you go over there and stand, and then when it was all gone over here, well then everybody got some. There was no accountability by count or anything.
Mind if I smoke?
Huh?
Mind if I smoke?
No, go ahead.
You still smoking, or did you quit?
Yeah, I smoke once in a while.
You want one?
I don't want to smoke all yours.
There's a little tab on the front there you gotta push in.
Oh.
There you go.
When we talking beer back here, it doesn't come in on that, does
Not too well. It doesn't matter though.
it?
Do you remember going through the town of Brownell?
I remember marching there. I went to the town of Brownell after we were freed.
You did?
Yeah. I remember going across a bridge on the Ems River into Brownell after we were freed. But that was a ghost town. There was nobody around. I don't know where those Germans were. But I remember there was a big factory there, and we went in there, and we tried to use the telephone, and wouldn't nobody answer. But everything was just all bent, torn up in that, you know, in the offices and everything, just thrown up in the middle, and there was nobody around or anything. And I don't know who it belonged to.
It was an aluminum factory, wasn't it?
Was it a bauxite? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know where the people went to or what. I've never seen them.
Who was the first American that you saw then that liberated you?
When they come in with the airplanes for the troops there and around the area. You mean the first Americans I seen after I left the camp?
No, I mean, tell me about when you got liberated.
Oh, this tank pulled up. And this little guy, this captain got out of there and it looked like that 45 went from his waist to his knee. God, he looked like they had a big head and everything, and boy, everybody started to scream.